have we ever asked ourselves, how did anti-Semitism become a weapon in the hands of the Iranian regime? A question that takes us back to a timeline, shedding light on the transformation of anti-Semitism in Iran. In the beginning, Iran, under the Ayatollahs, has long been a pronounced adversary of Israel, a hostility deeply rooted in the hatred towards the Jewish ethnicity. This anti-Semitic sentiment was never hidden. Quite the contrary, it was boldly manifested in the speeches and remarks of Iranian leaders for decades. As we moved into the 90s, the Iranian regime began to weaponize Holocaust denial. This was not just an attack on Jews, but specifically aimed at Israel. The supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, on numerous occasions, dismissed the Holocaust as a myth and a fabricated story. Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, Iran's president from 2005 to 2013, went a step further by endorsing a Holocaust caricature contest and exhibition. This was a calculated effort to discredit and tarnish the memory of the Holocaust. But this weaponized anti-Semitism did not stop at Israel. It expanded to target Israel's major ally in the Caucasus, Azerbaijan. The Iranian regime used this rhetoric to further its anti-Azeri agenda, as relations between Tehran and Baku deteriorated to a point almost resembling open military hostilities. The Iranian regime leaned on two distinct anti-Semitic tropes to drive their agenda. The first speaks of a sinister, wealthy Jewish collective seeking control of others' wealth. The second trope pushes a global conspiracy narrative with an emphasis on instigating wars between brotherly states or nations. Over 70% of the Azeri population identifies as Shia, with most of the remainder being Sunni Muslims. Iranian propaganda painted the local government as a Zionist patsy, implying complete Jewish control over the country, and even going as far as to suggest the president's last name was not Aliyev, but Aleph, indicating he was either Jewish or a Jewish minion. According to this propaganda, the Jewish control over Azerbaijan served two purposes. The first was to establish a beachhead for Mossad activities aimed at inciting riots in Iran, potentially leading to the collapse of the Islamic country, or sparking a war between two Muslim states. The second purpose was to gain control over Azeri's vast energy resources. By exploiting these tropes, Tehran's propagandists hoped to incite the religious Azeri population to not only harm Israel's interests, but also to counter mass protests in Iran. To summarize, the Iranian regime's weaponization of anti-Semitism has evolved over time. It began as a deeply ingrained hatred towards Jews and Israel, expanded to denying the Holocaust, and has since been used as a tool to advance Iran's geopolitical agenda. This weaponization of anti-Semitism has been utilized against not only Israel, but also its allies, with the ultimate aim of maintaining control and quelling dissent within Iran.